Hello and welcome to Sports Fan Entertainment, where, wow, that was bad. There's really not really much to discuss today other than how bad it was, but we will actually begin with the positive. We are going to begin with the positive today. Will Levis played well. I know you guys can't believe that I'm saying this. Will Levis played well. The stat line today is deceiving. It's under 50%. I think it ended up 18 of 37, right? He played well. But for some reason, the wide receivers have given up. They've checked out. I mean, what is going on here? The wide receivers and the defense today was embarrassing. It was embarrassing. And I'm getting sick of Calvin Ridley. Okay, because this guy wants to go in the locker room and he wants to act all upset. You're not playing well. You're not running through your routes. He's dropping the ball. What are you complaining about? I mean, it's just, it was unreal. And then look, Nick Westbrook and Keenan, people are going to give him his flowers today because, okay, he had the 2 touchdowns. He has 8 touchdowns in 8 games. He had drops today. He had some odd routes today. What is going on? I mean, look, if we're tanking, you know what? I'm cool with that. Look, I'm down for the Travis Hunter thing. I'm down for T-Mac. I'm down for, whoever we end up getting, most likely. It's not going to be a quarterback. I've given up on that, unfortunately. Although Shooter played well again. But, I mean, it was so bad. And I just don't really understand what exactly was happening today. I just didn't really understand it. It just didn't really make much sense to me. Hold on. Apparently, I'm having a slight sync issue. Let's see if I can resolve that real quick. I was playing around with it earlier. We'll make it 1200. And that should be better. But we have 5 more games of this garbage. And then next week we have the toilet bowl. As we're hosting the Jacksonville Jaguars, who are so awful. We're awful. But they are so awful. That game is going to be, and now Trevor Lawrence is hurt. That game is going to be so awful. If you actually go and pay your hard-earned money for that, I don't get it. I just don't know how you can do it. I'm going to be as far away from that game as possible. I'm going to watch because I'm still a fan. I cover the team. I make these videos. I'll be here. But, oh my God. The stinker that's going to go down next week. But at least Will Levis, who again is going to be our quarterback next year, at least he's playing well. Right? This is now, look, when people said it was like 1 or 2 games playing well, okay, come on, guys, it's 1 or 2 games. 4 games, okay, that's a trend. 4 games is a trend. A game is not a trend. Okay? Any quarterback can have 1 good game, 2 good games. 4 good games, okay. It's crazy. It's so shocking to people that, you know what's crazy about Will? When he doesn't turn the ball over, I'm happy. That's all I ask. It's not asking much. Guys, he had 9 interceptions in however many games was it? 7 games? If he played 17 games, that's 20 interceptions in the season. Of course I'm not going to be happy with that. With 20 touchdowns. Some Jameis Winston, not even Jameis Winston. At least Jameis Winston had 30 touchdowns, for God's sake. Or 33, I think he had that season of 30 interceptions. So whenever you play on pace to have, because he missed the games, but let's say over the course of a 17-game season, 20 touchdowns, 20 interceptions. Yeah, I'm not going to be happy with that. I don't think that's good enough. That is literally what Sam Howell did. And ask the Commanders how happy they are that they moved on from Sam Howell. That they're praising the Lords that they took Jaden Daniels right now. They're happy. So, but he's playing well, right? This is now 2. Well, he had the interception last week. But, hey, he didn't have an interception this week. 4 decent games in a row. This one was, I would even say, good. And then the receivers let him down. I don't know what was going on today with Calvin Ridley. I don't know what was going on. Nick Westbrook, can he end up having the touchdowns? But, Chig played better. At least he's no longer a ghost. He does something occasionally, I guess. But I am very, very concerned about Brian Callahan, about the direction of his team. This is only slightly better, only slightly better than the absolute disaster that was Ken Wisenhunt. Only slightly. Only slightly. That was the worst. This is just a little better than that, okay? This is bad. And I'm just concerned because, again, I don't know if people are just checking out, if they're not responding to the coaching. We won the game last week. Okay, it was a game. But look at this regression this week. What confidence should I have that he's the guy? Why? Is this franchise headed in the right direction? This is going to be our third straight worst consecutive season. We went from 7-10 to 6-11. I don't know what we're going to be this year. Luckily for them, they faced the Jaguars twice, who are unbelievably awful, who are shockingly awful. So, yeah, it was bad. I really just. You know, it's funny too because, well, look, I don't want to like generalize, I guess. You know, I've dated women that have asked me, and this is when we were good. Really? You watch every Titans game? You have to watch even the preseason? At least I could defend it then. Yeah, we're good. You don't have to watch if you don't like football. It's fine. You know, we'll hang out after, before, whatever. But I have to. I can't even. It's so embarrassing to say that right now. It's so embarrassing to say that. You know, I gotta go on Facebook. I gotta see people talking trash about our team. It's just, it's unbelievable. And I was kind of defending the state of this team. Well, I think when healthy, I don't think the roster is that bad. I think, look, we have our quarterback, right? Okay. All right, we're in agreement there. We have our running backs. Now, Tony Pollard had the fumble today. I don't know what was up with that, but okay, you're allowed a couple fumbles a year. Fine, I guess. It was just bad timing, for God's sake, but after that, the game was over, basically after that. The wide receiver, I mean, we have Ridley. He's going to be here. We'll see if Nick Kitty comes back. We definitely need another one. And we had one, and we traded him away to Kansas City, by the way. So wide receivers coming into the year was fine. I mean, in fact, other boys are even doing some things now. The tight ends are as good as they need to be because Callahan doesn't use tight ends that often. Certainly not as much as we were in the Mike Vrabel era. I'm going to start being critical of Peter Skoronski. This guy was the number 11 pick of the draft, guys. He's not good, and he should be good. Okay, and I have to sit back and I have to watch Jackson Smith, the Jigba, and Zay Flowers, two guys that I want to go play well. He needs to play better. He needs to play like a first-round pick, almost top 10 pick. That was a good draft. Okay, so I don't know what's going on with Peter Skoronski. He needs to play better. He needs to play better. But we have Latham, Skoronski, Cushenberry. Look, they're starting, period. All right? So if you want to say upgrade the right guard, right tackle, okay, but that's the whole offense. So I look at the offense and I check. It's not that bad. And then when healthy. And then the defense, we have Jeffrey Simmons, we have Javonte Said, who did not play well today, by the way. They both did not play well today. Just let up everything in the run game, just getting gashed over and over and over. The inside linebackers need work. Yeah, just got to rework them. You know, maybe we'll get something out of this rookie whenever he's more healthy. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe he's just going to end up being like your boy. What was his name? The dude we drafted from Georgia. I can't remember his name. And the third round, too, he's just irrelevant. I mean, he just never did anything. So we're going to have to rework that. But the cornerbacks, every corner, 1, 2, 3. Sneed's been hurt this year. It's unfortunate. Even now you have Jarvis Brownlee. So the corners are there. The safety, Amon Hooker's playing well. They need another one. But it's not that bad when I look at it. So why are we this bad? I start to look at the head coach. Early on, it was quarterback play. When you turn the ball over every game, it's quarterback play. Now look at that coach. And I don't think they're going to fire him. I would be shocked. In fact, at the very least, I still will win once it gets the Jaguars. So it'll be a 4-13 season. Yeah, I don't think you fire your coach, first year head coach after a 4-13 season. But next year, I'm already going to have him on the hot seat because we can't do 2 seasons of this. It would be ridiculous. And then you're getting concerned because if Levis keeps playing better, then you would have to, after year 3, get another head coach, and the extension talks are looming. And there's only a couple of quarterbacks that I can think of that have really survived real head coach turnover in their careers. I would say Matthew Stafford. I would say, oh boy. Oh, the list is short. Really, that's all I can think of. I mean, let me go to like the list of quarterbacks right now. Maybe I can come up with some more names that have survived like real head coach turnover, and they were able to maintain their jobs, and you still knew, they're a franchise quarterback. They just have to get the right head coach, and then assuming they do one day, then everything's going to be fine and hunky-dory. Usually, what happens, what we've seen and done with Mariota, for instance, the minute you start changing your head coach, the quarterback's going to struggle. He's going to continue to struggle, and he's going to be out of there. And then we'll have to start all over. Let me think. Stafford did it. That's all I can really think of right now. I mean, Carr, I guess. He's even had to change teams, though. So, yeah, it's just not a good look. It's just not a good plan. I guess Kyler's doing it. Yeah, but it's not a recipe for success, man. It's just not. Herbert wasn't that bad. They were winning until last year. They were winning 9 games. So, pretty consistently. So, hopefully we get this thing figured out, man. But I am very, very, very concerned. This was not good. And I know the Commanders are good. You can't give up 42. That's just, it's ridiculous. What are we talking about here? So, and then someone mentioned Goff in the chat. He had Fisher. Yeah, okay, Jared. He had Fisher, then he had McVay, then they shipped him out for Stafford. So, I guess Goff. But yeah, it's just not a recipe for success, man. It's just not. That's pretty much it. There's really not much else to discuss today. We can just go on and on talking about how awful this game was, but I think we get the point. It was awful. All right, so until next time, this has been MJ of Sports Fan Entertainment. I'm out. See you all later.